Thanks. Thanks, Stephen. Now it's my honor to introduce Chris Garcia, the Acting National Director of MBDA, the Minority Business Development Agency at the U.S. Department of Commerce. Chris came to government service this year from a busy career as an investment banker, entrepreneur, and consultant. And I just got to say on a personal note, I've gotten to know Chris. We have a lot of things in common, and he's really been a great partner for us to work with. Let's hear what Chris has to say, and he's also going to be able to present the winners of this year's MBDA Awards. Please give him a very warm welcome, Mr. Chris Garcia.
Thank you very much, Louis. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the 2017 NMSDC Annual Conference and Business Opportunity Exchange, where we have the pleasure to celebrate the 35th Annual National Minority Enterprise Development Week, otherwise known as MedWeek. I'm Chris Garcia, and thank you, Louis, for the introduction, and I have the distinct honor of serving as the Acting National Director of the Department of Commerce's Minority Business Development Agency. On behalf of the U.S. Secretary of Commerce, Wilbur Ross, and on behalf of the team at MBDA, I would like to thank the NMSDC Board of Directors, Chairman Joe Hinrich, the committee members, the corporate sponsors, and all of our partners for embracing MedWeek and the celebration of MedWeek in conjunction with your annual conference here in the magnificent city of Detroit. I'd like to acknowledge and thank Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence, who is represented by one of her staff members here, who represents the 14th District of Michigan, for coming to celebrate MedWeek with us here today. Additionally, I'd like to thank and applaud, just for a moment, a special thanks to the NMSDC Interim President, Mr. Louis Green, and for his leadership for producing the most successful and highly attended NMSDC conference to date. It was once said that the most terrifying words in the English language are "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." Well, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to share with you that the federal government remains steadfast in its commitment to the cause of supporting the success of minority businesses. You see, this administration is committed to rebuilding America and rebuilding our infrastructure, cutting the red tape for business owners to succeed. The president's tax reform plan is just one example of how the administration's cultivating a business climate that is conducive to promote and support minority-owned businesses. Because minority-owned businesses, ladies and gentlemen, are the bedrock of our nation's economy. Now, the National MedWeek Awards program is designed to celebrate the achievements and recognize the outstanding contributions of America's minority-owned businesses, as well as the individuals and organizations that have demonstrated leadership and commitment in advancing the cause for America's minority-owned businesses. MBDA, for those of us who are unfamiliar with us, MBDA is an operating bureau of the U.S. Department of Commerce, headquartered right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. And for more than 45 years, MBDA has led the federal government's efforts to support our nation's most vital economic contributors, and that is the fastest growing sector, which is minority-owned businesses. With more than 8 million minority-owned firms, much more, I think it's probably about 10 or perhaps 15 today, MBDA serves as a catalyst to those firms that operate in the United States, and we ensure their continued growth and global competitiveness. Our programs and initiatives are focused on providing increased and equal access to capital, equal access to contracts, and equal access to global markets. Now, we do this through our national network of more than 42 business centers. And we're located, by the way, in nearly every major city in the United States, including right here in Detroit. This is our 35th annual National MedWeek celebration. And since 1983, every president of the United States has issued a presidential proclamation to observe National Med Week to recognize the contributions of America's minority-owned businesses. So, without further ado, I would like to mention that today we have our 2017 National Med Week Award winners here with us today. And these award winners embody America's unmatched business success. They embody America's unique leadership with entrepreneurship, the spirit of determination, the spirit of success, the spirit of courage, the spirit of excellence. And this morning we have the honor of presenting to you the 2017 MBDA National Med Week Award winners. Without further ado, please join me in recognizing each of these outstanding individuals for their contributions to making America great. Now, our first award is the Construction Firm of the Year, and this award is presented to Ms. Stephanie Hickman, president of Trice Construction Company, located in Chicago, Illinois. Our next award is the Export Firm of the Year, presented to Mr. Karan Arora, director at the Natural Vitamins Laboratory in Opelika, Florida. Unfortunately, he's unable to join us here today, but let's give him a round of applause as well. Represented by Marie Gill, the MBDA Business Center. Our next award is the Manufacturing Firm of the Year award, presented to Mr. Henry Serrano, CEO at Vista Color in Miami, Florida. The next award is the Energy Firm of the Year, presented to Mr. Sharad Thakar, President of Polymer Technologies and Services in Heath, Ohio. Our next award is our Health Products and Services Firm of the Year, and that's presented to Mr. Carlos Rivera, CEO of Venable Partners Incorporated in Bethesda, Maryland. Our next award is the Technology Firm of the Year award, and that's presented to husband and wife, Ms. Falana Dula King, the CEO and president, and her husband, Mr. Jamarcus King, the COO of J&F Alliance Group in Hampton, Virginia. Our next award is the Professional Services Firm of the Year award, and that's presented to Ms. Gail Bassett on behalf of Ms. Patrina Clark, the president and founder of Pivotal Practices Consulting, LLC, located in Greenbelt, Maryland. The next award is the Marketing and Communications Firm of the Year award, presented to Ms. Conchi Fernandez-Craig, Managing Partner, CF Created in Pompano Beach, Florida. And I know that she's represented by another colleague here. Thank you very much. And our next award is actually a newly added category for MBDA. I just wanted to pause for a moment because this is a cause that is very near and dear to my heart. Can I have everybody who has served our nation's military, our armed forces, please stand in the audience? Please give a round of applause for these heroes. Thank you for your service. And ladies and gentlemen, the newly added category is our Veteran-Owned Firm of the Year. And this award is presented to Mr. Beed Ramcharan, the co-founder of Indatatech, located in San Antonio, Texas. Our next award is our Business Enterprise of the Year award. This is a big one. And this is presented to Mr. Roland Parrish, the president and CEO of Parrish McDonald's Restaurants Limited, located in Dallas, Texas. Mr. Parrish, it doesn't get more American than McDonald's, does it? Our next award is the Access to Capital Award. This is presented to Ms. Erin Andrew, the managing director of Live Oak Bank out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Thank you, Erin. Our Advocate of the Year award is presented to Ms. Chiling Tong, President and CEO of the National Asian Pacific Islander Chamber of Commerce and Entrepreneurship in Washington, D.C. Our Distinguished Supplier Diversity Award is presented to Mr. Jose Espinoza, Program Manager at the California Water Service out of San Jose, California. Our next award is a very special award. It's the Ronald H. Brown Leadership Award. and that's presented to Dr. Frederick W. McKinney, Managing Director of the Minority Business Programs at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College in Hanover, New Hampshire. And our final award, and this gives us great honor, to present the Abe Venable Legacy Award for Lifetime Achievement. And this is presented this year to Ms. Carmen Castillo, President and CEO of SDI International Corporation in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please have a big round of applause for all of our MBDA National Med Week Award winners? So in closing, I would like to congratulate the entire MBDA team and the NMSDC team for the successful launch of this 2017 annual conference and for the celebration of our 35th annual National Med Week. This week, MBDA will hold a series of workshops on winning federal contracts, going global, and we will also have a special plenary session dedicated to disaster recovery and rebuilding opportunities on Wednesday, the 25th. Attendees will gain specific information, and I know this is important to every one of us here. Attendees will gain specific information on how to gain access to the more than $500 billion in contracting opportunities. So please stop by and visit us. We're at booth number 752, right underneath the 700 sign, and learn more about how MBDA can help your business to grow by gaining access to capital, access to contracts, and access to markets. We hope to see you there. Thank you all, and please enjoy the conference.